Is your furry family member picking up bad habits? Or do they need to learn to go outside? Or is it just time to learn some of the basics? No matter the situation, Canine Justice can help. Voted Best Dog Trainers of Georgia, Canine Justice has helped many puppies, family pets, and working canines to fulfill their potential as man's best friend. Canine Justice is Northeast Georgia's go-to dog training service, so give them a call at 706-716-2747 or drop in and visit them at 1124 South Pond Street, Toccoa, Georgia.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Studios podcast. This is where three friends and the occasional guest get together to talk about music, business, and the balance of both with life. As always, I'm your host, Nathan Collins, joined by Kevin Beggs, Jonathan Boucher, and today, Ben Brewer. Today, we're talking about what's new with us here at Diamond Studios.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it, guys. What's new within the walls of Diamond Studios? This is good.
The walls.
This is good. This is good questions.
So what's new?
Oh, man. Well, we painted a few weeks ago. It was like 2 months
I was
ago.
like, it's more than a few weeks ago. You're just trying to tie the walls into this. No, we did put a plaque on the wall.
I'm going to pout.
That did happen. We put a
Yeah.
plaque. You know what the
we did.
plaque says?
I don't know.
What does it say, Kevin?
I forgot.
Bruh.
No. Best studio in Georgia.
Yeah. Woo! Holy freaking crap.
What the heck?
Wow. Wow.
We could literally say Georgia's #1 rated studio.
That's pretty freaking insane, dude.
Oh?
It's wild. It's wild. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that ad. The voice behind the ad was Ben, and the rest was a collaboration of Diamond Studios. A lot of it was Jonathan, I believe, and Kevin.
Yeah. I was like, wait a sec. He just did the lead line.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Give me my credit.
we just got through doing a good bit of radio ads and jingles for some
Yeah.
local businesses. Why? Because we freaking love the local businesses here in Toccoa. So, you know what? We're right here at it. Let's jump into question number one. Well, first of all, to highlight the three questions that we're going to ask, / topics we're going to hit on. Number one, we're going to give you an update on what exactly we will do with the city this year and what we will not do with the city this year.
City be tripping if they think we're going to be doing these things.
You just went full-fledged aggressive out the gate. Out the gate. No, we've gone hand in hand with the city for a while. But this is where we Fast and Furious 7 this thing and cue Charlie Puth and Paul Walker sent off. But anyway, number two, update on our ideas and how we want to accomplish these. This is free form, so we're going to throw ideas out there. Ideas that you've never heard before. I can guarantee you've never heard before. And also update on what's set in stone. What exactly are we doing right now within the studio? Some of this stuff you probably know, and if you don't, you're probably going to love it anyway.
You're going to know.
You're testing my reflexes with your guitar neck right there, button. Like you got real close because like you hit my knee and my leg was like. I'm just gonna kick the microphone. So let's dive into topic one. This has potential to get hairy. I don't want it to, personally.
I like Harry.
He won the freaking album of the year.
Grammy.
My guy.
Wow.
Well deserved.
Go Harry.
Well deserved, Harry Styles. Well deserved. Good job. So, an update on what we will do and what we won't do with the city.
Do nothing for free. That's
Absolutely
that's a
not.
Fisher thing.
So
Sounds like a tell-all.
here we go. I'm gonna give you all the details. All right. So, we opened the studio, 2020, middle of COVID. We were very blessed. We had 1 month. We had 1 month where we were in the red. The rest was not smooth sailing, but the rest was good. So we were very blessed, and we want to give back. This is my hometown. This is Kevin's hometown. This is Jonathan's hometown, and Ben is here.
I'm living here right now.
Ben is living here right now.
I'm from the other side of the world, man.
Mentally, maybe. I'm so sorry. I feel like a dirtbag, but it wasn't supposed to be an insult.
No.
But it felt like a.
Yeah, I felt like major shade.
I was trying to go for a like a vacation.
Like your brain is somewhere else right now. I
Like
feel like
a-
that's what
yeah,
you
yeah,
intended.
yeah, like a Zach Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
Knee deep in the water somewhere.
Yeah.
The blue skies
yeah.
breeze on wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. And then cue
Copy-
Jonathan.
Copy strike.
That's where my brain was.
Copy strike.
It's okay. It's fine. Whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah. So we opened up middle of COVID. Everything's good. We're super blessed. We're still super blessed. Highly favored. And thank God. Thank you guys. Thank everything. Like all the. Oh my gosh! All the work we've put in. We are extremely blessed. And we know that's not just us. It's because of you guys supporting us, and God's favor, and then God's favor allowing us to have man's favor is why I don't know, but we're blessed. So we wanted to give back. So basically, to condense this whole entire thing, we contacted the city and told them, hey, look, any way that we can help to maximize these events, let us help. So first thing was first, and we did. It wasn't Ida Cox first, was it? No, it was the October. No, we didn't do anything till 2021.
It was Ida Cox.
Was it?
That
Yeah,
was the first
the
thing we did.
2021 Ida Cox though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we did we picked the opening acts for 2021, and I think Ida Cox is a cool idea. I think it can be done better. That's that's just me. And I think everyone else in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more respect for the
Black community. for one.
The point of it being called out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get it. The town's a country bumpkin town. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Most of my family members would be clumped up into that phrase right there. But, if you're going to. Anyway, that's a different topic. Whatever. It's a whole nother thing. But, so we offered to pick the opening acts for free. They agreed. They didn't know us, I don't guess.
No.
They agreed. Everything was okay. But then double booking and double standards started happening. Typical government type things.
Miscommunication on like a large scale.
Yeah, on a large scale that made us look like idiots. And specifically me, I took a lot of the brunt for that, and I don't appreciate that. I'm not a fan of that. So had a conversation with them, and we were like, yeah, we'll be down to do it again in 2022, but here are the stipulations. You've got to do better at this. And if you get better at this, then hopefully this can be a long-term thing. So 2022 rolled around, and it was like 4 or 5 times worse.
Yeah.
We had artists traveling from out of state to come and play for these shows, and then they double booked. The communication was not there, and
Happened a handful of times.
4 that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And then the artist would come back to me and be like, yo, what's going on here? And, well, we were promised, like, paychecks to these artists.
Yeah.
So sometimes these artists weren't getting paid, but they were traveling to come play for the show.
Yeah.
And so they were ticked off at us. But to condense this, again, I don't want to rant a whole bunch. But long story short, it all turned out to be our fault, quote unquote. So, a lot of times the bigger move is to take it, move on. So here we are, we're going into 2023, and we've been asked a couple times now if we would be open to helping out, and it's a hard no.
Yeah. I think
God, this is going to suck to say this, but it's got to be said. Our name and most of the business names here in Toccoa have a better name and better reputation than our own city.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
And everyone knows it. And, like, you just moved here, and
Yeah.
you know that.
Oh yeah, I know it not just from here and the people here, but
Yeah.
people at other jobs and even people
Yeah.
that I live with.
Yeah. And so it's not that we hate the city, and I'm not bashing on them, but the leadership has got to change. And if the city wants to reach out and work with businesses like us or like businesses that are downtown. We have some of the best ideas for businesses here in Toccoa.
Well, it's accountability. That's what
It
part of
is.
it is.
It is.
And they should be able to handle it instead of throwing a fit over it or whatever they might do, or
Yeah.
not back talking. They do that sometimes. Depends on
That's
how
a two-way street, though.
it is. It
Yeah.
is. But more or less the talking bad behind your back. That's what I intended to say.
Yeah.
It's like they'll run your name through the mud in a heartbeat.
They will.
They won't hesitate.
They will.
Which is really childish and petty.
It is. But that's the system that they're stuck in.
Chronically offended
So-
by something.
Do it.
Chronically offended by something.
True. Yeah. So with that being said, we get asked quite often. We're only in February. I've been asked many times if we're gonna do the Ida Cox this year. And thank you for those that have asked. That tells us that you enjoyed the acts that we picked. We were asked if better get some dicey water. We were asked if we were gonna do local at the Ritz again. No.
No.
I'm not on the board for the Ritz Theater anymore.
It's also not worth it.
It's not.
We tried to do it. We tried to make. We thought we could work together and make the scene better, but in
Yeah.
reality, they're just making it harder.
Look, if I've sent an email out to everybody, but I know there's a few government people that will watch this or hear this. You gotta let go of your pride, dude. We've eaten your dirt for years now. Like we've been here we're going on 3 years, and we've eaten dirt every time we work with you. And it's not just us. It's not. It's literally every freaking business in this city, and that's why most of your events, they turn out to be flops. Like
It's like the only event that I remember that actually has turned out well for the city in the past few years is probably the Harvest Festival, where they had a surplus because of extra money, and that's because they were paying people more.
surplus, but look where they dumped the money.
Oh yeah, no, it went nowhere. It didn't do anything.
Well, it didn't go to anyone inside the city.
No.
Well, not a lot of it anyway.
They all got people from outside of the city
Yeah.
to come in
Yeah.
to build it up.
Which you do need that.
Yes, you do.
You do. You absolutely do. But you got businesses around here that can do a better job than the agencies that you hire to, maybe you hire agencies to do flowers, or maybe you hire agencies to pick music. Maybe you hire agencies to pick bands. You got people here in the city that do the same thing, but
Or maybe you help the people around you instead of filling your own pockets.
that's a fact too. That's government. So if we wind up dead, you know what? Just kidding. So that's why 2023. We will not. I used to DJ every single car show. And the $1,500 that I made off of DJing car shows last year is not worth the miscommunications that we had to go through. And that's fine with me, and I'm sure when they ask if I'll DJ and I say no, I'm sure that'll be fine with them, because I'm a headache to deal with. Sometimes.
50-50. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it is. It is. If you dish it out, be able to take it.
Fair.
Yeah. But so no, most of the city events that happen, we will not be participating in this year. 2024 may look different. I'm extremely excited that Kristen Deal, is Kristen Deal, right? That's her last name?
Yeah.
I'm extremely excited that Kristen is our new Main Street manager. I think she has a clear vision on what she wants.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to help her in any way that we can, but it's probably not going to be this year. Not until there's other key players within the Main Street area that have to go before myself and other business owners are going to be willing to put our names out there again.
Yeah.
In relation with the city. It's just too much backlash, and I don't want to take it for you. And I don't want, like, all of these people here, everybody here at Diamond Studios, we are incredible people. Like, we're an incredible team. We have an incredible vision, incredible business, and the baggage that comes along with some of the stuff, like the double standard.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not good. It's not good. I say it all the time. I understand why businesses get up and leave Toccoa. I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
They're practically driven out.
Yeah. If we didn't have like a clear vision, shoot, I wouldn't be here.
No.
Heck no. There's no way. I would not put up with it. And also, so that almost went too far.
It almost did.
What ideas are we throwing around right now? Inside these walls that no one ever thinks about. This can be things that we haven't even told each other. This can be things that we have discussed. It can. You look scary. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like just flip on you. We went from super serious to like open conversation. But you get the point as far as the city stuff goes. You get it.
Yeah.
And I know if you lived in Toccoa long enough, I know you understand. You see where I'm coming from. You get it.
But some people don't know in Toccoa, so I feel like it's
No, they don't.
It's important that we do
Yeah.
talk about this.
And if you're a city worker, a city employer, or city employee, and you watch this and you completely disagree with me, let's go have lunch. Let's go talk. I'd like to, because I've tried to sit down with people and understand other sides of the story, but there is no consistent other side of the story. So I'm open to it. So this is my consistent side, and it's legit the honest, God honest truth that I can give you right here.
Yeah.
In front of God and these three gentlemen sitting here and everybody else that works here. So, open to it. Be cool. Let's do it. But either that or there's a city employee that's like, dang, this guy's on it. This is the truth right here. All right. So ideas, venues.
Ooh.
There's an idea. I'm going to talk in code for a minute.
All right.
Nathan might be the only one, I think, to understand what I'm
Okay.
talking about. But you guys might. I've mentioned it today. So we have a plan to do a big structure that's multi-purpose.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I really don't want to say anything else. I just want to pique curiosity more.
It's
or
in
less.
relation with UFC.
Yes.
But not at all.
Yes.
Ah.
The octagon.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding ding.
Fight. Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
I don't really want to say anything else about it, but I'm
No.
really ready for that.
Now, that is something I should highlight. We do have to be careful. There's some things
Yeah.
that vision-wise, we don't want too many,
Yes.
and we don't want too much input. There's some things that stay here within the walls. There's some things that stay here within the core group. This is how you protect your vision and protect your business.
Right.
But there's some things that we can throw out there that maybe someone listening wants to invest. Maybe someone wants to throw in, pitch in,
Yeah.
and be like, yo, I have a great spot for that, or I have a great idea of how
Yeah.
you can make that happen.
Definitely.
So
So we're not talking about the OnlyFans.
Shh.
Oh. All right. When it comes to other plans, not OnlyFans, Jonathan. Thank you.
Other plans.
Other
not only
plans.
fans.
that's, yeah, go for it.
I've had a dream for a little while, trying to write a poetry book, and I think it'd be fun to
Okay.
take a bunch of people around here who are already songwriters and write poetry effectively, and just make a kind
Bro.
of maybe even like a Diamond Studios poetry book.
Dude, we're having poetry night at the end of the summer.
Sounds like it's slamming.
That's a
That's
good
good. That's good.
We should try to make that happen before then. Or we use that to like advertise it, and people can submit their poets,
Oh
their
yeah,
poems.
like the best one gets into the book.
Yeah.
That'd be
And then we
sweet.
work out some kind of book royalty type thing. Oh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's really good.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, no, we came up with the idea of poetry night last year. I was talking to the incredible Chantel Grant, and she was talking about they have a poetry club.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. I had no idea. And I like poetry. Some poetry. Some of it's raunchy. It gets weird.
Yeah.
It can be definitely.
Yeah, it gets
Read
weird.
the Songs of Solomon. That's That's some poetry right there.
Dude, the Bible is rated R.
It
It
is.
is.
Like
Absolutely.
people think it's like all goody goody.
Just
It
read,
is rated R.
just read Genesis 14.
Oh man.
Like
Oh no.
it's rated R. We're raised in a different time.
Yeah.
Raised in a different time. So that'd be cool. Poetry night, a poetry book. That's amazing. The one that's on the forefront of my mind is a venue.
Yeah.
We want our own venue. Now, whenever we tell people this, they're like, well, why don't you just use the Ritz? Or why don't you just use the Star Theater? Or the amphitheater down at Henderson Falls Park. All great options, but they all have their downfalls. I'm going to start with the Star Theater. They don't have any downfalls.
Hey.
They have none. I love working with them.
They're
They're so
incredible.
incredible. The only thing is when you're building a music scene, sometimes it's too risky. It's too risky to rent out something every single week and have a show every single week, because if you have a month where like no one shows up to a show and you're like $6,000 in the hole, that's hefty.
Yeah.
That's really hefty. But on the flip side, also, whenever you have to rent something out like that, depending on your hourly price or wherever you're at, and this goes both for Ritz and Star Theater. It's like you've got your hourly rates, right?
Right.
So you have to price your tickets according to that plus profit, and then plus bands. So like, it costs a good bit of money to get this stuff going. I think Fools Fest it's close to $10,000.
Yeah.
To make Fools Fest happen. That's a lot of money. It's a lot. And we lost $1,200 last year. Which was just freaking funny.
It is.
Oh,
It's
man.
not, but
we
we spent like an hour laughing over our loss.
not because it was funny, but because Fools Fest was so incredible.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the people, the vision, the mission, the artists, and we had right at like 75 people showed up. I think only 50 bought tickets, so the rest like somehow squirmed their way in, and yeah, we lost $1,200 at that show, and we didn't even pay. We paid the bands a ticket percentage,
Yeah.
so they lost money as well,
They did. Yeah.
which we're not letting that happen again this year.
No.
So this year we have to pay a flat fee.
Yeah.
That's just our own policy this year. Just so we make sure they get paid. But it takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money to put this stuff on. And then if equipment breaks,
It's even more.
and if you're like day of the show, like crap, I gotta run to Athens real quick for an adapter.
That almost
happened.
That was really close.
Almost happened. Shout out to Shantae for
She's great.
saving our butts on that one.
She like practically ran that show.
Yeah, she made it. She made it amazing. But yeah, so we're looking like, I don't know, a place to host consistent shows where we don't have to book around other people's schedules. We can have a consistent schedule that can work for us, because that's a big thing. Because we're also a recording studio.
I was going to ask, and why isn't the Ritz maybe a great option?
Well, so what you don't know about the Ritz is, so you have the Friends of the Ritz organization who, if they're doing their job correctly, they book shows through the year and make money. But that's not always the case. However, the Ritz Theater, I'm throwing unnecessary shade. Okay, the idea of the organization is amazing. It's just the leadership is not there.
I was like, it's not fulfilling its role.
It's not. It's
No.
not. At this point, it's a donation pool for the city.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
So
What I'm just gonna add, what we need is people who are passionate about the scene that actually want to
Yeah.
invest in it and aren't looking for an extra way to make another $200,000 just magically disappear.
no. It's more of a label. It's it's 200 grand's a lot. But it's more of a label.
Yeah.
Like these guys are in a leadership role, and it makes them look better for whenever they go to apply for either a higher ranking job or a higher ranking organization. It just makes them look better, and that's all they care about.
Yet the execution seems to be lacking.
Oh, there is none. There's none.
Yeah.
And the ones that do execute on a plan, they have zero backup, zero support, even though it's promised.
Yeah.
So that's not why we wouldn't use the Ritz. So we have a rate for the Ritz, and so Tammy's in charge of the Ritz. Tammy's she does a good job. She's very, very good at what she does. But the Ritz is rented out from musicians and acts all over the United States. So like there are bigger names that come there now than ever before. And which when those bigger names book, it gets more popular. Right? So like management of, let's say, a upcoming rising star, the management finds the Ritz. Well, they're not just managing that one artist. They're managing like other artists who have connections to other artists. So the Ritz has a very busy schedule. And so to actually book with the Ritz, you've got to go ahead and you got to go ahead and pay, right? Which it's a business. That makes sense. Go ahead and pay to book it. And then schedule it out for your days. But the thing is we would have to pay for every single day that we wanted. But the issue is, us as a studio, how do we make it work with, we have a team, but do we have a team big enough to where to make both things happen?
Yeah.
Through the year at a sporadic time.
Right.
You know? So like if we have a concert tomorrow and then we have one in 3 weeks and then we have one in 6 weeks and then 2 from then and then 6 from then and then 1 from then, like it's super chaotic, and keeping everyone on the same page would be hectic.
Yeah.
It'd be hectic because not only do you have to keep everyone here on the same page, but you're keeping everyone here on the same page for the event, for the studio, for lessons, and booking. And that would be a headache.
And the artists.
The artists. That's Matthew's job. I'm not worried about that. I'm just
Shout
kidding.
out to Matthew.
Yeah, shout out to Matthew. You're amazing, Matthew. So that would just be that we'd bite off more than we could chew.
Yeah.
If we did that. That, and if we make the investment and we go ahead and book those days, and we go ahead and pay for them, there's no guarantee that we can make them happen. You know? Because I think last time I talked to Tammy, she told me most Fridays and Saturdays, which is our busiest days here at the studio, most Fridays and Saturdays are booked all the way through like something ridiculous, like October. It's like that's when you want to have a show. You don't want to host a show on a freaking Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Double cheeked up.
Tuesday.
On a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to handle. So what would be preferred is like if we had an area, a warehouse.
Yeah.
You know, a warehouse where someone was down to take commission of ticket sales, where we can host local artists, draw in local crowds, begin to cultivate a scene here, and like build it, you know?
Yeah.
Like build a faithful scene. Because right now, so not to jump back on the city, but the scene that we have here is a fake scene.
Yeah.
It's like they pull in, there's some bigger artists that come into the Ritz.
It's all fabricated. Like
yeah.
They bring in people from outside.
From outside.
It's not your local scene.
Yeah.
It's Athens, Atlanta, Greenville, Nashville. It's people coming from out there to here, which is
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think you can call that a local music scene.
The
Right.
scenes being artificially inflated.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. I think the biggest thing is like when they bring in bigger artists from outside, of Toccoa, they don't like they advertise it, but I don't think they do a good enough job yet. So like the locals don't come to see the shows.
Yeah.
You know? They'll come see Ida Cox, you know.
Yeah.
Well, those numbers dwindle. I am so sorry. I'm just like dogging on all of it. Such a negative thing.
Yeah.
But you know, people come to Ida Cox, but their biggest crowds for Ida Cox was whenever their opening acts were local bands.
It's true.
The moment they stopped doing that, the numbers dropped.
Yeah.
And they continue to drop. You know, unless they bring in a bigger band, which costs more money.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean that's already sustained as an outsiders thing, right?
Yeah.
So like they need to bring in more black people to perform.
Yeah.
Other than, you know, Milkshake Mayfield, like still have him, yes,
Yeah, It's
but
incredible.
not just him. You know,
Yeah.
not just Milkshake Mayfield. You need to get outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Whether you like it or not, the black culture, a lot of it's rap and hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Like if you want to cultivate a music scene, you've got to get out of your comfort zone right there.
Yeah.
So having our own venue would allow us to do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of these rappers that we record, they will never ever get an opportunity to perform somewhere unless someone like us goes up to them and we're like, hey, here's a microphone.
Yeah.
Here's your backing track. This is how this works. Let's see how you do.
It's getting rid of that double standard.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, I get it. You know, the city's not in the music business.
No.
I get it. They're in the business of like making sure their people are
Yeah.
happy, but the people are not.
There's a lack of understanding, I think.
There is. It's
Yeah.
the miscommunication.
Yeah.
It is. So like, you know, having a venue where we can take a microphone and give it to that singer-songwriter, that rock band, which we're taking a gamble on, Lines Divided. So we record Lines Divided here at the studio, and we're letting them open at Fools Fest.
Set the pace.
April 1st, 2023.
Yeah. So this is Lines Divided. This is their first show ever. They've never played in front of a crowd. No pressure, guys.
No pressure, guys.
No pressure.
You got it.
We've never really even heard them play.
No. I feel like we've heard them, technically.
Like outside of the studio?
Outside of, yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
Never. We've heard them in here.
and not, I mean, recorded them, yes.
Yeah, we've recorded them. And we've heard their jam session. Dude, I think you're right. I don't think we've ever heard them play through it one full song together as a joint band.
Maybe that's
Maybe
something,
early
Oh.
on, but like
Maybe.
maybe. I think it was like a pretty like discombobulated mess because they were all learning.
Still learning instruments. Oh, shoot.
Well, maybe that's a good point. Bring them in for a recording session or a practice session.
Well, they have access to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have like I think once a week or whatever our deal is that they can come in and practice.
Yep.
Which they were supposed to come in and practice, but someone got called into work and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh gosh. But
They're gonna be all right.
they're gonna do great.
Yeah, they're gonna be good.
Like it's the sudden realization of like, holy crap, we just gave these dudes like their first opportunity. Like they've been spending the past 2 years investing in themselves, paying for their own studio time, and now here we are like, hey, here's an opportunity. So a venue would allow us to do that. Why don't we use Henderson Falls Park? Well, because it can't.
That's why we created the plan, but we won't go into that.
Yeah. There's a whole proposal.
Yeah, just look
On-
on our website. I think it's on our website.
Yeah, if you type in the internet in your search bar, I think
What?
the internet will pop up, and then type in the Facebook, and then type in the Diamond Studios, and then click on us. And the proposal,
It's such a complicated process.
just look us up on Facebook.
just-
it's on there
on
somewhere. But yeah, we did. We put together a whole proposal.
Yep.
But the park down there doesn't have enough power.
No.
to consistently run shows. So for us to do Fools Fest efficiently, we're gonna have to get generators.
Yep.
Again.
Probably have to run 2 at a time this time.
Yeah. We only did one last year, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. We had one as backup.
We did. So, oh gosh, man.
Which means you'll probably need 4 generators.
2 is backup, 2 is main.
Yeah.
Wild. But yeah, so that's just there.
Yeah. I think a centralized venue with cheapish sound gear for now. Just that you can have someone there. Someone can run it easily. Not a digital board. Just somebody who can like come there and just, oh, this is a board. Yeah, I know how to work this. And then you can leave it there. If it gets stolen, that's sad. Whatever. Just buy another one. It's like probably $200, $200, $300.
Like super cheap.
Yeah.
Like a cheap one.
But you have consistent shows there and you build it up more and more and more.
Yeah.
That's all that needs to happen.
Yeah. Don't.
So if you have a building,
man.
invest that building.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
We will sit down. We will tell you our vision of where we see our company, where we see the city. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward. But yeah, it'd literally be a game changer. For us.
Yeah.
For us, and not just us, but the musicians that we have access to and that we record and work with. So that'd be awesome. Any more crazy ideas? That was the longest venue talk ever. But, whatever. I want to create Diamond Studios moon shoes.
Yeah.
No.
I was like sick.
Ben's face, he like, what?
Moon.
It really took me a second.
Why?
No, Diamond
I've been
Studios.
trying to picture them.
Diamond Studios Heelys.
Ooh.
That'd be sick.
That'd be great.
That'd be cool. Oh my
Only-
gosh.
only
If we
we-
wouldn't lose
only
half
we
the
would-
people that buy our merchandise.
Only we would buy them.
I don't know. I don't know.
A Diamond Studios
We-
couch.
Ooh.
Couch collab. A couch that
collab.
doesn't let your butt fall asleep.
Oh. A couch
can
that
do a,
automatically gives you bad posture.
Oh no.
I don't.
Dang. That was a thing.
Oh man.
I put together an office chair backwards.
we were like, wow, this thing doesn't go back.
We straight up thought that it just was that
Helps-
way
Helps your posture.
to fix your posture. But Ben came in one day. We had it like a week,
Oh yeah.
and we had been sitting uncomfortably.
No, it was
Through-
more than a week. It was like 2 weeks, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was a while. We had been sitting through hours and hours of sessions so uncomfortably, and Ben comes in and he's just like, "Guys, it's
This-
on backwards."
This thing leans forward so far. We just thought it was like, oh, you can get out easy. You just
Dump yourself forward out onto the floor.
You guys ever seen Punkin' Chunkin'?
yeah.
Yep.
It's like that, but for humans.
I love
It's like when
it.
you're ready to get up, it's just like Punkin' Chunkin'
Oh, my
out
word.
of the chair. Oh my gosh. Okay, another idea. This one's kind of in the works. I want live music back at Zaxby's.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
I do. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, they had bluegrass playing every Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday. It was Thursday or Tuesday, and I think they flipped them at one point.
Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
So they did. They had live music every Tuesday or Thursday, one of the two, and it was all bluegrass, and I loved it. That was at the time that they had the smiley face French fries, and then graduated to the ABC French fries, and then the dinosaur French fries, and now we're at regular crinkle cut.
Sad.
With no seasoning.
Oh, double sad.
You have to ask for it.
Yeah, you can give more seasoning. It's just a little cup of seasoning.
It's a side of seasoning. But yeah, I would love to have that again.
Yeah,
Place was popping.
it was.
It
I
was
mean, it's
good.
still popping,
Yeah.
but-
Not
but-
outside though.
but not outside.
Not outside.
Yeah.
The outside, there was like always packed out tables.
Yeah.
I would love. This is another cool thing. I'd love for every Mexican restaurant to have Spanish music, live Spanish music.
Yeah, yeah.
Not necessarily a mariachi band, but like a live Spanish, no matter the race,
Yeah.
just as long as it's Spanish music and it's
Yeah.
live. I'd love for every restaurant, not every restaurant.
Every
Some-
restaurant.
Hi, welcome to R&R Prime.
That's how it would have to go. But I'd love for our Mexican restaurants to have live
That would be solid.
Spanish music. That would be really cool.
Be really good.
Yeah, because I don't know if I ever told you guys these stats. Every restaurant, I haven't talked to Sarah about this yet. But every restaurant that we've had stats from, I'll go with Starbucks because I know these are concrete and proven.
Yeah.
So whenever we started doing live music at Starbucks, there was a 60% foot traffic increase.
Yeah.
At
Which is
Starbucks.
Massive.
On that day.
Yeah. Our tip jar didn't show it,
Nope.
but the fact that we were benefiting like a new business,
Yeah.
here in town, not that they needed
No.
much help, but
It's-
but the fact that our musicians had enough impact to bring in 60% more foot traffic every single Saturday that we played,
it's huge.
it's insane.
Huge.
It's wild. And so like all these local places, right? Like, you know, we did it at R&R for a little while, Puerto Nuevo, and like there was a increase of foot traffic. I want that.
Yeah.
Like I do. Not just for us cuz we did it for free. Which that's not happening. So if you want it, you're going to pay for it. We're not doing it for free anymore. We've outgrew that.
Yeah.
It
It got tiring quick.
did.
Yeah.
It did. Well, then it got to the point to where like you would have to be at like R&R Prime and I would have to be at Puerto Nuevo.
And then we have a session in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then we have a session and then it was like, okay, bruh, we got to plan this out better.
And then
But-
Kevin would leave for R&R Prime and always forget something, and I would
One-
have to bring it
I'd
up.
always forget one thing.
Yeah.
I get up there when we were helping one of our artists up, and I was like, all right, I got everything. I spent like 30 minutes
Yeah.
making sure I had everything. He's like, did you get this? And I was like, oh my gosh.
There was one time, I think I was in here and I was mixing. Jonathan came back in and I was like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? He was like, hey, Kevin left the something, and he left. And he came back and I was like, hey, what's up, dude? He was like, hey, Kevin left the music stand. I was like, oh, okay. And then he left and he came back. Was it 2 or 3 times? I can't remember.
No more than twice. No more than twice.
No more than 12.
Yeah, 12. Oh my gosh,
No more than 12.
that was a fun time.
It was probably just twice.
I do hope for that vibe again. I do want that.
Forgetfulness?
Yes. No. No. I love the idea of live music being in our area
Yeah.
anywhere is solid.
Yeah. Other than like stuff that we put on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's a different. Sure, we're putting it on, but it's someone else's name out there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's important.
Yeah.
It is, and it does your business well. It does. Oh, I want it so bad. All right, you want to hear another crazy idea?
Sure.
Yes.
This is my last one, and then do y'all have any?
Oh, I can definitely come up with like 3 or 4 by the time you're done.
Okay. All right, it's scary. I for reals, I want to take a gigantic parking lot, like Quality Foods parking lot, the old Save-A-Lot parking lot. That'd probably be the 2 choices, right there. What? Okay. Oh, okay. I'd love to take those parking lots, put a giant stage up, and bring in like an A-lister to a random freaking location. Just the idea
Yeah.
of like a A-lister being like, yeah, I'm playing a show at like this shut down Save-A-Lot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but then like you can fill that parking lot with thousands.
Now, would you treat it like a very public event, or would you do like exclusive tickets and just send them out to like a mass amount of people and see what
I mean,
happens?
it'd have to be ticketed. Somehow,
fair.
some way, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Just there's. I mean, unless we've got $250K to burn.
Yeah.
but that's going to be after our personal goals are taken
Yeah,
care of.
that's true.
Like personal and studio goals are taken care of. If we got 250K to burn, and we can just be like, hey, Ed Sheeran for free live at Save a Lot. What?
What?
I think that's the most like the Save a Lot thing, a rundown building, is the most Toccoa thing ever, right? An
Yeah.
abandoned building that no one wants to do anything with, but everybody has some freaking dream of what they could do with it, but no one does anything, right? Everyone says, I want to put a skate park in that building. Then figure out how to do it and do it. Find one of the other 10 people, and all of you go in at the same time. Anyway, that takes trust, though. I have trust issues, too. But you take like a rundown building, super Toccoa-y, and then you throw an A-lister, which is not very Toccoa-y. I'm just rolling with Toccoa-y. Okay?
Toccoa.
Toccoa. They throw an A-lister on a stage, and you just throw a concert. There's thousands of people. Half of Toccoa would be there.
I would hope
Maybe-
so.
There'd be a lot.
Yeah.
There'd
Probably
be a lot.
more than Toccoa. If you get an A-lister and you put it
I mean-
on all the like bands in town or wherever you put it,
Yeah.
Eventbrite, wherever, people would show up.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's free.
Yeah.
At least 50% of the high school. And our high school has a population of like 2,000 or something. It's like 1,000 kids right there.
Yeah.
And then plus the kids that have cool parents and their parents show up. It's a lot of freaking people.
That is a lot.
But I just love that idea. It's like you're bringing life to... So here's why I want to do this idea. Now I'm just getting vulnerable. So if you take that rundown building and you do something there that's going to create memories and create positive experiences, people are not going to drive by that building anymore and be like, wow, look at that piece of crap. They're going to drive by and be like, hey, you remember that time Ed Sheeran played there? It's like, that's so crazy. So now you're taking something super negative and you're throwing something crazy positive on it. And those words have power.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, I might be insane, and you might think I'm insane, but those words have power.
Yeah.
And so those people are going to start looking at that building and being like, you remember that time? Oh, yeah. And then like Philip like tripped over a drink or something. And that's how he met his wife. Like, suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
And then
It just spreads.
it spreads, and then someone's going to actually buy that property.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do something with that property. That'd be so good.
It would
Wow.
increase his property value for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly. There's
Ed Sheeran spit here.
We'll take a picture and make sure that it's just posted on the wall.
Yeah.
But I've even seen graffiti used positively, where out in Nashville, there's a place called the River Arts District, and they've taken some old abandoned buildings. They've invited artists, local artists, and artists from all around
Yeah.
to come and, again, graffiti these buildings. And now they're basically outdoor art exhibits. People walk down there. There's a bunch of breweries, a bunch of really cool things. There's, glass blowing, pottery. There's literally a little bit of everything down there. There's a taco shop. Shout out White Duck.
That's
It's great.
incredible. I know.
We're like 10 steps ahead of
Always.
Toccoa, dude.
Yeah.
Dang.
The original idea for this place
Yeah.
was not in this building, it was in a different one. But the building that it was gonna be in had like this white wall on the outside, and on the back end it was all brick, and we were just gonna paint that white and then give it free reign for the graffiti artist out here. Obviously have rules like no gang affiliation crap, no tagging, like no political tagging and
Yeah.
crap like that. But give artists free reign. Give them a place to spray paint.
A canvas.
Yeah. Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a wall. And if you're the only one in town doing it, you're going to be viewed as like really awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Worst case scenario, it just gets painted over by someone else.
hey, oh my gosh. You know what would look better than Legoland? In downtown Toccoa? You know how they painted the buildings like Lego colors?
I was
Sorry.
listen. My brain went on a trip, and I was like, "We're getting a Legoland? What do you mean?
Where?
Where?
What?
We're getting a Legoland before Chipotle? This seems really backwards."
That's odd. No, they painted those
They
weird
painted
colors.
really. I don't want to say ugly because I don't know who picked them, and I'd feel bad if I.
I know who picked them.
Okay.
They're not.
They're not bad. I think it's odd because I'm not used to seeing it. I think.
The colors themselves are not ugly. They just don't belong there.
Hmm.
It's just not. That's not where they go.
Yeah.
And everyone knows it. And I think the person that picked them out knows it too. I tread lightly here.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's fine to disagree with someone. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's how humans operate.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be freaking awesome if that was painted white,
Mm-hmm.
and then you give each like a section to a graffiti artist here in town,
That's awesome.
and you just let them go for it. They're about to build a freaking amphitheater there.
Yeah.
That looks so freaking sick.
That'd be great.
If you got a I was called a Lego wall again. If you have like Lego colors
Yeah.
versus local artist graffiti going across the back, like it just looks so good.
That would look
It
good.
also attract a cool crowd,
It would.
a good crowd. All right, enough of that. Wait, do you have an idea that you wanted to spit out?
Not that I can say on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, we'll move on. We'll make this quick because we've been talking for a while. He's like, I have to edit this crap. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what ideas are absolute and concrete? Yep. What?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say something that I'm just holding myself back.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Um.
Piquing curiosity again. That's all.
Oh, I see. So, obviously, Fools Fest, concrete.
Yeah.
It's happening
April 1st, 2023.
April 1st, 2023. Gates open at 6:00.
Buy your T-shirt and ticket on our website. DiamondSeersLID.com.
Yep. Click the
Go do it.
little button that says Fools Fest. Yeah, so Fools Fest, obviously that's happening. It was an idea that we mentioned on a podcast forever and ever and ever ago, but for like a short period of time, which was songwriting lessons. That's a real thing now.
It's a thing.
Hey.
That idea was made concrete last week, officially.
Yep.
So Matthew will be teaching those.
Shout out to Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew. It's amazing. What else we got going on?
I know there's some albums from some random people that might be in this room that are
Oh, yeah.
scheduled to come out this year.
That's true. There's
Tentatively.
multiple projects
Yep.
Yee.
that are scheduled
There's
to
a
come
lot of
out.
projects.
But if you guys keep streaming Prevision, I'm just gonna put mine off. Thank you.
Go listen to it. Don't be like Nathan's brother. Go listen to it.
He totally dissed my album.
He did.
I was like, we got to the music segment of it was last week's podcast,
Yeah.
and we got to the music segment, and he was like, I was like, oh, I've been listening to this album called Prevision, and he was like, what the heck is that? I was like, bro, come on, man.
He outed himself so badly.
He did.
It was great.
I'm gonna ask him tomorrow if he's listened to it. I know he hasn't. Little butt.
You should go up to him and be like, dude, I got this like song to show you. I hope you I really think you'll like it. And see what happens.
That's how I do all of my singles. Because I like to get his approval. Not approval, but I like to show him, get his reaction. You know, family. It's important.
Yeah.
Family ties.
Family ties. Fast and Furious.
The fall concert series
Yeah. Every
But-
Saturday
in October.
in October. That's right.
Not Oktoberfest. Fall concert series.
Fall concert series.
Fall concert series.
Yep. Fall concert series.
Da-da-da-da.
So that is happening in October. So the rules of that, you have to be one of our clients to record, or one of our recording clients.
Yeah.
Here at the studio.
It's kind of like a showcase of the people that we work with.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a local showcase. So it's going to happen in our backyard here at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, we got to get to work on that.
We do.
We're going to have to clean that little thing that might be burned into the back pavement.
Yep, we're going to have to get to work on that. I forgot.
Yeah. We'll deal with it. It's fine.
It's a
fine.
penis.
I forgot. That's terrible.
It's okay. We're just a little chaotic. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We got to channel our energy somewhere other than the podcast. Oh, boy. Oh, merch. Hey, everybody that's bought hoodies. Dude, y'all are crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're absolutely nuts.
And then if you bought a shirt, you're marginally sane.
Marginally.
Marginally.
Yeah. They're not that expensive.
No.
So you should go get one.
Do it.
And if you've bought, oh my gosh, a mug. Whoa.
Diamond Studios coffee mug.
Look, those are only $11.
So you can be mostly all there.
Mostly.
Mostly all there. Yeah, but the embroidered jackets, those suckers are $122. If you've bought one of those,
You're a true fan.
you're on a different level.
Yep.
Okay. You're on a different level. But yeah. So merch is officially out. That's been an idea since we opened.
Oh yeah.
But
Also,
these
it's-
things, huh?
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off,
You're
but
good.
it's great looking merch. I've seen so
Thank
many
you.
things that are just, you can tell they're there to cash out. This is great looking merch that you would definitely love to wear.
Thanks.
It's
We
a
have-
good.
we
It's a good
have-
color palette.
It is. I'm proud of the color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I'm wearing the hoodie right now if you're watching us on YouTube. It's so warm.
Oh, yeah, we post these to YouTube. We haven't really said that.
Oh yeah, no we haven't. Yeah, we do. We post these on YouTube. So you should subscribe to that.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Now we're just like
Yeah, we're just plugging.
Plugging
Plug,
at this
plug,
point.
plug.
Is there anything else crazy we have going on? We've got lesson concerts going on. So if you do lessons with us, make sure you're in the loop on that.
Yeah, but if you're not in lessons, you're not invited.
Yeah, no, if you don't do lessons with us, don't show up.
Yeah.
We're going to kick you out. We've never had to do that.
No.
I don't want to do that.
That'd be weird.
That would be real weird.
That'd be uncomfy.
Ew.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing something big. What are we missing?
There's some things, but they're not concrete. I don't think, anyways.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
What?
wouldn't say they're concrete.
Do you have something?
No.
Oh. Okay, he was just inching to the mic. Well,
To say, well,
that's that. I guess that's it. There's more. There has to be.
what have you guys been listening to this week?
Well,
I'll make
know?
I'll make it simple. Easy.
Go for it.
Aja, Stealing Dan. They Want My Soul by Spoon, and some assorted Bob Dylan.
Okay. That's pretty great.
Steely Dan.
Oh man. What have you been listening to?
Guys, go over this all the time. I did go first the past few weeks because I've been on top of it. But
Yeah, that's true.
Come back to me.
Okay. Shoot, man. I
haven't ever heard of Shoot Man. Sounds.
I bet you anything that's a band.
It
Yeah.
has to be.
I bet you anything. Yeah, I'll let you guys look that up. I found a new artist. I reached out to him on Instagram. Okay, this is awful. I don't know how to say his name. I have no clue. Rangga Jones. Rangga Jones. He's like, I put him in the same category as me. I think he's like unappreciated. Like he's one of those artists that you can listen to, and then he deserves a bigger platform. He just deserves it. The music that he's putting out, I don't know if he does it himself. I know nothing about him, but I stumbled upon his Instagram account, and I messaged him a little bit, and then listened to his music, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Rangga Jones. I hope that's right.
That name sounds familiar. Where is he based out of?
Canada?
No, I'm thinking of someone else.
I'm fairly certain it's Canada.
I think I'm thinking of someone like in Arizona or something.
I can double check that though. But what about you?
I think I just have to go with King's K again. I'm still on that kick. I've been listening to one of my favorite albums by them, Beyond Control. It has the controversial song "A Prayer" in it, of 2016. I feel like everywhere I went in 2016, people were just wanting to have theological debates about the F word being in like a Christian song.
Oh yeah.
So that was always a fun time. But the album is more than that song. Like that whole album is perfect lyrically and musically for me. I love listening to it. Takes me back to 2016, so there's a little bit of nostalgia packed in there. I love it. Me and my wife related over it whenever we first met. It's overall a really good album for me.
It is a good album. All right, I don't know where he's from.
It's fun.
I thought he had like a Canadian flag.
We'll randomly bring it up during a podcast one day.
Or this is gonna be one of those things where this relationship builds, and then one day he's gonna be from like freaking Texas, and they're gonna be like, "I thought you were from Canada,
From
dude."
Arizona.
Yeah, it's
But-
good music though.
What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, Wilco, Jeff Tweedy, Kevin Morby, Kendrick Lamar, Harry Styles.
Okay.
Bingo. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good choices.
Nice.
Good
I'm
choices.
probably gonna listen to Pretzel Logic on the way home now.
Hey,
Nice.
love that one.
Nice.
Guys, thank you for listening.
Yes.
We appreciate the listenership. We see our podcast growing little bit by little bit every week. You guys are wonderful.
Yeah.
And we'd love to get to know you more. So you guys just send us a message. We're very active on socials. We love to get to know you. Shoot us a message. Let's talk.
Yeah. Do it. Make sure you share it. If you're enjoying the podcast,
Yes.
share it. If you hate the podcast, share it. If you've never listened to it,
Share it.
share it. Even though you wouldn't have made it this far. But whatever. Make sure you rate us wherever you're listening to it. It helps us out. Helps our algorithm out, which is how we reach new people. Also subscribe. And go shopping.
Really quickly before we end things, Indonesian-born, Singapore-based.
Wasn't even
Ranga
close.
Jones.
We are
Rangga Jones.
Off.
Check him out on Spotify.
Singapore.
off.
Dope.
Cool.
Wow.
Let's listen to him.
Canada.
Let's do it.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's get out of here. You got a song for us?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's getting sloppier and sloppier.
This song is called "They Moved My Segment to the End of the Podcast." So I don't have time to write a song and remember it. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've already skipped the podcast.
Yeah, they've already
Oh,
ended it by this
yeah.
point.
Oh yeah. A moment of silence. This has been the podcast. This has been
This
the
has been the
podcast. That was terrible.
Ah.